Namaste, Jai Bharat. My Prime Minister had a wonderful and meaningful visit to Yisrael and is back to Bharat. Many people, especially in places like Pakistan, are so worried that why he went to Pakistan. Why he went to Israel. Well, let the worries go with them to their own graves. What else I will say? Our opposition, which also belongs to the 0.5 category of enemies of Bharat, as it is today, would also be speaking that. I haven't heard him speaking anything so clearly, but would also be speaking about it in time. Or they must have already said, but I haven't heard. Didn't have time to look at that. But he had gone with some definite purpose, which had been accomplished, and he comes back. Well, I don't know, but this is how I trust him. My experience with my Prime Minister is such. As a citizen of this nation, 15 years he was Chief Minister of Gujarat, we know him. And then 11 plus years is going to be as Prime Minister. So we had known him as Chief Minister of Gujarat, where the wonders he did we have witnessed. So people living in Gujarat, they know. We may not understand every step he takes. We may not understand many of his talks, doings, but they will all be for you. That is our experience. That they will all be for the people and obviously and fundamentally for the nation. And Israel is our friend in the true sense of a term. Russia is yet another friend, undoubtedly. And right now, people, they know Israel is right. Everybody in the world knows that Israel is not wrong. Or rather, I would go to the extent of saying that they were never wrong in the history. But yet, if you go back to the history, not just Holocaust, before that also, after that, the Jews were persecuted in the entire world blindly by everybody except the Hindus of Bharat. In Bharat means that when I say Hindus of Bharat, that rhetorically includes every citizen of Bharat, because everyone shares the one culture, Bharatiya culture, which is also called as Hindu culture. So that, in that sense, not to mean faith system. We are not that primarily concerned the faith system in Bharat, because our faith system is not rigid and just one track, in the sense just one with one perception. If you look at the Hindu Dharma, we already have multiple faith systems within our Dharma, and it's just natural for us to accept any other faith system so long as it's a faith system, because we understand those faith systems with like other faith system, and we treat them with respect. Now that is the difference between Bharat as a friend and somebody else as a friend. They come to you for their benefits, and their vision is narrow. They think and consider they themselves alone are right. And some people even say, you are wrong, I am right. No, that's atrocious. I am right and you are wrong. It's really atrocious. Now look at the faith system of Bharat. We have multiple faith systems, and these faiths don't contradict. In the very one house you find some people worshipping Ganesha. One house, say that there are 5 members in a family. The father is a devotee of Shiva. I'm using that English name. We would say, we would have said Upasak of Shiva. Mother, of course, goes to Bhagavad Shri Krishna. I'm giving examples. One son is an upasak, is a devotee of Hanumanji. Another son Ramji. Another son Mother Goddess. Their worship patterns are different. Distinct worship patterns are there. The deities are different. But do they think that one is different from the other? An average Hindu, this is the question that everyone must think of. For them, these things makes no difference. Functionally, they all are one and the same. Leave the philosophy alone. You go to philosophy, you will not find one single God. You will find one reality as ultimate. That, of course, goes beyond the common man's perception. But the same house, 5 people, worshipping different deities in worshipful manners, don't contradict. Oh, don't just worry, because the Rigvada's last sukta is also called as Aikamatya Sukta. Sangachattam Samvadatam. That teaches us coexistence. And this is so simple. So, 4 people in Bharat, any faith system is equal to any other faith system. Nothing superior, nothing inferior. No wonder when Bharat is a friend to a nation, its friendship, trustworthiness, we talk in equal terms. We talk in equal terms. We are not boss to anyone. At the same time, we are also not below anyone. We understand one is just like the other. That, of course, is from the Rigvedic background of a Hindu, and that is a Rigvedic background of Bharat. Aikamatya Sukta it is called, the last Sukta of Rigveda. 10th Mandala, last Sukta, begins of Sangachatam Samvada. So, makes no difference to us, different faith. So I call us Hindu as a Sanskriti. Bharati Sanskriti is a Hindu Sanskriti. We call it just a name, don't bother. And it accommodates every faith system. And the Jews, when the entire world was persecuting them, the only place in the entire world they found a home is Bharat. Whosoever has reached Bharat found this coexistence. And then look at the Jews, amazing Jews. They kept things to themselves, never tried to impose their beliefs on others, unlike Christians and Muslims. Let me be explicit. They would impose their faith, belief on others. But the Jews never did that. Whatever reasons you may say, but they never did that. We are concerned of that. And in 1971, when in front of Aurora, 93,000 of Pakistanis were surrendering, the Lieutenant General standing there is Jacobs, who is a Jew. He is an Indian Jew and is very senior officer in Indian Army. When Israel formed, he could have walked, he could have gone. Many have gone to their motherland, of course. It is their land, created for them. Jacobs preferred to stay back because he continued to belong to Bharat emotionally, and his religion is Yehudi religion, Jew. He knows that he practices his religion. We have synagogues, and it was never disturbed. For leave alone attacking, the faith was not disturbed. For us, just because for us it makes no difference. It's just yet another faith, like my father going to Hanuman temple and my mother going to Devi temple. Like you are going to synagogue. How will I read difference between these two things? That is the Sanskriti of Bharat. So, and the Jews always respected their hosts. They were not guests in Bharat. They were brothers then. Now, no wonder Israeli Prime Minister is treating, not just calling my Prime Minister as a brother and a friend. Historically, we had lived like that. They know it and we know it. We don't have to prove it to anyone. We understand our relations are transparent. And when they're in a crisis, just to go and pay a courtesy visit is wanting, is needed. That's just showing or confirming friendship, not showing, confirming friendship, that we are with you in crisis, in whichever possibilities within the flexibility of frameworks of international politics. This is how, or let's read my Prime Minister visit just as a courtesy visit when a friend needs friends. That's how. Whatever in between is happening is diplomatic, highly geopolitical. Even if I know that I am not to speak about it. I am not to speak about it. We shall meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Sri Ram.